pero esto puede ser mi último.
The Bronx Giant, the incredible life and legacy of Willie Colón, 1950-2026. The streets of the Bronx are a little quieter today. The vibrant rhythm of New York City has missed a beat, and the world of Latin music has lost its greatest architect. We knew him as the bad boy of salsa, the man with the golden trombone, the visionary who took the sounds of the barrio and turned them into a global revolution. Today, FameFlash brings you the heartbreaking news that has sent shockwaves from Puerto Rico to Tokyo. Willie Colón, the undisputed pioneer of salsa music, is dead at 75. But this is not just a story about death. This is a celebration of a life so loud, so bold, and so rhythmically complex that it changed the way the world dances. How did a kid from the Bronx become a global icon? And what is the massive legacy he leaves behind? Stay with us for the definitive tribute to El Malo, the bad boy, Willie Colón. The news broke on Saturday, February 21st, 2026. Willie Colón's family and management team issued a statement confirming that the legend had passed away in New York City, the city that made him and the city he helped define. He was 75 years old. While his family asked for privacy and stated he passed peacefully, reports had been circulating for days among industry insiders. Sources indicate that Willie had been battling severe respiratory issues and had been hospitalized in New York shortly before his passing. The reaction was immediate. Global superstars like Bad Bunny and Mark Anthony took to social media, calling him a mentor and a titan. The mayor of New York City ordered flags to be flown at half-mast in parts of the Bronx. It feels like the end of an era, because in many ways, it is. To understand the giant he became, we have to go back to where it started. William Anthony Colón Roman was born in the Bronx, New York in 1950. His family was Nuyorican, Puerto Ricans living in New York. He grew up in the cultural melting pot of the city. His ears were filled with the sounds of his grandmother's traditional Puerto Rican folk records, the explosive jazz coming from Harlem, and the rock and roll on the radio. Willie was different. He didn't pick up the guitar or the piano like the other kids. At age 11, he picked up the trumpet, but soon switched to the trombone. Why? Because it was loud, it was aggressive, it demanded attention, just like Willie. He was a prodigy. By age 15, he was already hustling gigs in the city. By 17, he signed with Fania Records, the label that would become the Motown of Latin music. But the industry didn't know what to do with him. He was too raw, too street. They called his sound rough. Willie didn't care. He knew that rough was exactly what the people wanted. Willie Colón didn't just play music, he created a persona. He embraced the image of the bad boy from the Bronx. His album covers looked like wanted posters, showing him as a gangster. It was marketing genius. It resonated with young Latinos who felt marginalized in America. But beneath the gangster image was musical sophistication. He wasn't just playing traditional Cuban rhythms, he was fusing them with American jazz harmonies, aggressive brass sections, and the raw energy of New York streets. He, along with others at Fania, literally invented what we now call salsa. And then he found his voice, or rather, he hired it. He teamed up with a singer named Héctor Lavoe. It became the most legendary partnership in salsa history. Willie provided the complex, driving musical arrangements, and Hector provided the soulful, heartbreaking vocals. Together, they were unstoppable. They were the Lennon and McCartney of Latin music, churning out hits like Che Che Cole that are still played at every Latino party today. By the late 70s, Willie Colón was looking for more. He parted ways with Lavoe and teamed up with Panamanian singer Ruben Blades. In 1978, they released Siembra. If you don't know salsa, you still know this album. It is the thriller, the dark side of the moon of Latin music. It remains one of the best-selling salsa albums in history. It featured the massive hit Pedro Navaja, a 7-minute story song about life and death on the streets. But Willie wasn't content with just being a pop star. As he got older, the bad boy matured into a statesman. He used his fame to fight for social justice. He became a vocal advocate for Hispanic rights in the U.S. He ran for political office in New York and served as an advisor to mayors. He ensured that the community that raised him was never forgotten by the powers that be. 50 albums, millions of records sold, a Lifetime Achievement Grammy, a legacy that redefined a culture. Willie Colón was complex. He was tough, yet sophisticated, a street kid who became a political force, a trombone player who became the voice of a generation. He once said, "Salsa is the newspaper of the barrio." He was its greatest editor-in-chief, telling the stories of love, struggle, and survival that everyone else ignored. The man has left the stage, but the music is immortal. As long as there is a party somewhere in the world, as long as people are dancing, Willie Colón will be there, conducting the rhythm. We here at FameFlash send our deepest condolences to his family, his friends, and his millions of fans globally. We want to hear from you. What is your favorite Willie Colón song? Did you ever see him perform live? Share your memories in the comments below as we say goodbye to the king. Rest in power, El Malo. You changed the world.